Hey, Shalom, Call Law, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rachakodash, the ones, the apostles, great millstone, and Shalom, true brothers in the highways and byways, doing the works of sealing and faithfully, and continually fighting the good fight of faith. Lord willing, we're finding that number to be delivered. And likewise for some of you sisters out there who truly trust and believe in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, may you be found worthy as well. All right. So I'm just going to do a real quick commentary on what the one of the brothers entitled it Before Camp Edification, and this is on the Brother Zion's main page, GMS Like a Great Millstone 3. All right, so subscribe to that, and brothers will be bringing it out as well. All right, so how this afternoon started off. Right before we started, getting ready to start camp, this guy, as you see on the screen, had walked over to me and asked me if I was a part of a camp. All right. Now, once again, we the Lord has given us the ability to read spirits and determine what type of spirit is someone's coming in. So right off the rip, I was like, yeah, this dude got a trick up his sleeve. And I said, yeah, with GMS Boston, why? And he quickly followed it up with, so you guys teach that salvation is only for Israel? And I said, yes. He's like, see, y'all. What did he say? He kept saying, y'all dropped the ball. You dropped the ball. So you dropped the ball. So we kind of started getting into it, and he went to couple different places. Got a little chaotic for a little while, but certain points were made, and my thing was, he had mentioned if we taught that Israel was the only one salvation can be granted to. So that's where I was going. So he took it to a couple of different books trying to illustrate that strangers and illustrate that the term Gentile meant all the other nations. All right. So with that being said, I want to focus on the fact that when he came up, he had his Bible. He said he had a brand new Bible. He had all the tabs in it, and he makes a statement further on in the video, and I'm gonna get to it. But what he doesn't understand is how the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai works. All right, you can come up all day long. All right, but if you're gonna come up and think that whatever you have written down is gonna go according to the way you want it to go, you're sadly mistaken. And this is how this man got trapped up. All right. When you watch videos from the comforts of your own home and you ain't out there in the trenches, you can be a Monday morning quarterback all day long. Oh yeah, if I was out there, I would have said this. And as a matter of fact, somebody who left a comment on the comment board when we were dealing with them Edomites a couple weeks ago made that very same statement. Oh, if I was out there, if you was out there, you wouldn't have did the damn thing. Because it's a whole different spirit when you come out there, man. Likewise, this guy. So let me get right to what he said. And let me see if you can hear it. All right, let me get right to what he said. Right about here. We'll try right there.
Right. So how could they now receive salvation? But if the Lord came to kill the staunchness and the strictness of the law.
Yep.
Keep going.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on us.
Right.
That was the wrong one. I want to think not I come to destroy the law.
Matthew's 5. Matthew's 5.
Matthew's
This is Matthew's 5, verse 17.
Yep.
It says, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
Right.
I am come to I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
When you fulfill something, that means you do it.
That's right. Perfectly.
To completion, right? To completion. Right. So plus it. Now we go to the scriptures to explain the history of let's go back to Isaiah 49. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead. The staunchness.
Forgive me.
What does it say? We established the law. Keep going, bro.
Romans chapter 3, verse 31. Do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid. Yea, we established the law.
Right, because when you have faith, right? When you now understand in the spirit of the law, you keep it. You keep it. No, I'm not. We're not listening to you no more.
Romans 8.
Because
he knows I'm coming back.
Romans 8 and 7. You weren't listening this whole time.
I was listening.
No, you weren't.
Brother.
Keep going.
But it's the same
one.
Romans 8 and 7. For if the first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second, for finding fault with them.
Yeah.
He
Not
said,
the law.
right.
Not the law. The misuse that the person was going against the law.
Perfect.
So the law still stands. It's not, the law doesn't. All of a sudden, the law
I got a whole clip ready. You going over your head?
The law doesn't.
All right, so he said it. He that's what he said. He said I have a whole clip ready, meaning he has a litany of scriptures written down. And when I peered over at his Bible, he did. He had, he had like a list of scriptures. And as I was saying, if you come out there on the highways and you think that you're going to try to, control the situation or guide the situation to where you want it to be, you sadly mistaken, man. And this is why a lot of men who come out there, who sit there on their couch and watch us and talk shit, but when they get out there, it's a totally different ball game because they don't understand how the spirit moves. All right? The spirit will drag you way off into the deep, man. Take you way off course from what you thought you was going to speak about. And that's the beauty of how this thing works. And that's the beauty about being seasoned and understanding that this ain't no script, man. We didn't come out here and told this guy, come out, meet us out here. No, this is all live and uncut, man. Every time you see us going back and forth with somebody, this ain't scripted, But what is guaranteed is the spirit is going to move in such a way where the adversaries can neither gainsay nor resist. You see? So this is what happens when you got guys like this that come up and that talk a good talk and yip and yap about, how great they were. He kept saying headshot. He would read a scripture and say headshot as if he took somebody out. Okay? And when you got a guy like that comes up with that kind of pride, he's destined to fall, man. He's destined to fall. He's reading scriptures with his head covered, and he clearly and truly didn't understand the term Gentile. He didn't understand that he didn't understand it, period. I'm just going to say it like that. Because every time we read the word Gentile, he was like, yup, you see the Gentiles, thinking that it was referring to the other nations. And the majority of the scriptures that we read were concerning the house of Israel. Because this is the question he first started out with. Is Israel the salvation only for the Israelites? Do we teach that? Yes, we do. And I think it was made abundantly clear to this man as he started to sit there and listen and not be so hasty to make, comments such as we dropped the ball, we missed the mark. There was a couple other comments he had made mention, Let me see if I can get that last portion. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play the last bit of it because, he kind of humbles himself, and I will give it to him. He humbled himself and was able to say, I was edified. To the point now, he even stayed to the whole camp session. Most men scurry down the road, so maybe the Lord's trying to bring him out of this thing, man.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand.
To pick up the remnant of
It shall
Israel
come
and
to
Judah.
pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again a second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the isles of the sea.
You go to Isaiah 49.
You right?
It said the people in the isles.
Right.
People from farm.
Right. Real quick. Reason why he mentioned the Gentiles because those Israelites who were in these lands were known as Gentiles. And the Apostle Paul had to go out and kick that word and preach that word to bring them back. And this is why the Apostle Paul said, you once were Gentiles, carried away unto these Hathros, Cush, Elam, Hamath. They were carried away into them dumb idols. So going back full circle, you ask the question, is it only for the Israelites? You goddamn right it's only for the Israelites.
Because it mentioned the root of Jesse. So why is the book of Matthew? I want to read this real quick, right? Matthew 1:1, the generation of Yahweh Shai, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judas, his brethren. And Judas begot Pharisees, and Zara, and Tamar, and Pharisees begot Escrom, and Escrom begot Abram, and Abram begot what's that? Abida?
You see? That's a whole lot of names.
Let me just. So
Jump right to the point.
And verse, I jumped to 5. And Solomon begot Boaz of Rahab, and Boaz begot Obed of Ruth, and Obed begot Jesse, and Jesse begot David the king, and David the king begot Solomon, and there was 5 wives, and Solomon begot. So here's the point there. This line goes all the way back to Yahushua, which goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which line was promised.
Can I get this? Let me get this. I'm gonna get right to the points because we know who's talking, who the Lord is talking to. I'm gonna start at verse 21. This is John 4 and 20. I'll start at 17. It says, the woman answered and said, I have no husband. And Yahushua said, I have no husband. Right, he says, thou hast said well, I have no husband. For thou hast had 5 husbands, and whom thou hast now is not thy husband. And that sayest thou truly. The woman said unto him, Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet. Our fathers worshipped in this mountain, and ye say that Jerusalem is the place where men are to worship. That's right. Yahushua answered and said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor at Jerusalem worship the Father. That's right. Ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Now let me say this. Now this lady truly believed. She believed that she was an Israelite. She believed that she was of the people. And he said, wait a minute. So with the logic being made throughout this whole world in this time period, why couldn't she make it into the kingdom? Why can't she worship the Father if it was for everybody? That's the question. That's the question.
The Lord question mark over his head.
I'll be back next time. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
One more thing. Now, just real quick, a swing back, right? He said, thou hast said well, right, that ye have had 5 husbands, and the one that you have now is not your husband. Why did he say that?
Because she was worshiping other prophets.
No, because of the law. Because he could have said, you have grace, woman, keep your husband right now, you have grace, woman. But he said, that's not your husband. Because the Lord was saying, the law is still in play, okay? And the first man that went on you, that is your first husband. That's your husband because of the law.
That's right.
Because if we had grace right now, right? If I go and meet a woman right now, right? Right now, if I go meet a woman, she had 10 dudes ran up in there, right? Yeah. That woman, right? I take her, right? Mm-hmm. Because of grace, okay, that's my lady right now. But during that time, the Lord has said what? What did the Lord say? He said what? The first man that went into you, that is your husband because of the law. He's fulfilling the law. The law is the law.
Hey, all in all, my man, all in all, like this. You came up very prideful, courageous. Yo, we here every week. Just come out here to word. You a Levite, bro. You a Levite. Yo, just come out here to word, man. And sometimes it takes things like this for somebody to be edified because maybe the Lord is trying to shake you out of that spell that you're in, man. He's a Levite. You're very zealous.
Hey, and the bigger picture is you fighting for something that you fighting for heathens.
Christ.
Well, but it's not according. Christ is different from Yahushua. We're going out the Bible and we're instructing you out the scriptures. We're not giving you precepts that's learned from men. Your precepts are taught from other men, and they're just wrong. They're not right.
I'll be back next week because here is not fair. I'm getting jumped.
That's right. So check it out. So check it out. You got the floor, bro. You got the floor. You got the floor. We'll give you the whole shit.
Hey, the Lord said the light.
Hey, we had plenty of examples of men. Yahweh Shai was 12 years old going back and forth.
If you're a soldier for the Lord, it doesn't matter about
outnumbered or not.
It doesn't matter. Stand on your ground, bro. You got the show right now.
I'm also being edified. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
I'm listening.
Fair enough.
On to this. Simpson alone sinned against 1,000 Philistines, man.
That's right.
You know?
Samson would be like, yo, I'm outnumbered. Let me go back and get the rest of Israel.
Yahweh Shai was 12 years old in the temple, beating up grown men spiritually with the word.
What was being done is not of us.
Yeah, but
man.
I'm not here.
It's not of us. It was all through the Spirit.
Get kind of like, you know what I'm saying,
Cocky?
amped.
Yeah, that's right.
But I'm not here, like, I got love for y'all, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not here on some, so I'm here to learn, too.
Come back, bro. We here every Sunday. Lord willing, you come out and you get edified a little more. You said you've been edified a little bit, so be it. Come out and get more edified. And maybe the Spirit will bless you to understand the truth and wisdom and knowledge according to the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
As the scripture says, with all that getting,
Get understanding. All right, let's set it up, brother.
All right. So all that being said, you know, it's not about a man coming up and forcing the Spirit to go in the direction he wants. It's about the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai listing the Spirit wherever they wanted to go. And once again, this man came up, humbled himself, he came, he stayed, and made the Lord wake him up and get him out of that spell he's in, because he was real quiet throughout the rest of the camp. And you know, kind of thanked us a little bit, you know, even though there was no thanks unto us, but through the Spirit of the Lord. All right, so with that, brethren, Lord willing, you know, you were edified. Like I said, I just want to do a quick commentary, and I want you to hear the last part of that. But if you want to see the whole thing, you can go to GMS, like a Great Millstone 3. The whole segment's up there. You know, that's on the Brother Zion's page, and Captain Zion. You can go in and watch it over there. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.